Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making another scarf. This one is super simple, so if you're a beginner it's going to be pretty easy to follow along. It's just a repeat of the same pattern. It's pretty close to the granny stitch, except you're not going in the spaces, you're going right over top of your other clusters here. So we're going to need, well, I'm using a weight 4 yarn. This is Caron Cotton Cakes. 6mm hook. So you're going to want to take a measure to make sure you have it long enough. And then scissors and a needle to weave in your ends. For my scarf, I made it about 65 inches. You want to make the chain a little bit longer than the total length you want it because it does shorten up a bit. So for your chains, you're going to want to make sure you're doing a number that's divisible by 3. And then you will chain an extra 1 at the end. So say I'm doing a chain of 150, that's divisible by 3, and then I'll add 1, so my total chain is 151. For this video, I'm not going to do the whole length, I'm just going to do a short amount just to show you the pattern. So let's do our chain. Make sure you measure it so it's long enough for you. Now we're going to do a half double crochet in this third chain from the hook. So we got 1, 2 going into the third. And we'll just half double crochet down to the end of this chain. Doing my last stitch in here, and then I'm going to chain 3. So this chain 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to go into this next stitch and place 2 double crochets. Then we're going to skip 2 and place 3 double crochets in this third stitch. Same thing, skip 2, place 3. And we'll keep doing that till we get to almost the end of this row. Okay, yeah, so I miscounted and only did 30 and I should have had 31, but we'll just keep going with this for the video. So you should have 4 chains left over. I just have 3 here. So I'd skip 2, go into this second to last one and do 2 double crochets, and then I'd be going into the final stitch and do the third double crochet, so it's the same as this side. So then we will chain 3, turn our work, and then go into the top of this middle stitch here and do our 2. Skip 2 and then place 3 in this middle stitch again. Then we're going to skip 2, go into this middle stitch with 3, and we're just going to continue doing this to the end of the row. So again, we're getting to this end of this row here, so that's our middle stitch. We'll place 2 double crochets. I'll double crochet in to this chain here. That would count as our first double crochet. So that's gonna be our pattern for the whole scarf pretty much. You can do that until it is wide enough for your liking. Typically it's like 6 to 8 inches wide. Mine's about 7.5, depending where you measure it, 7. Or if it's like stretched out. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows of this cluster 3 stitch. And now to finish it off, we're gonna go back with a row of half double crochets like we did at the beginning. So once you get to this last stitch here, you're gonna chain 1, turn your work, and just place half double crochets in each stitch across. So I got 2 left here. So that's 1, and then this chain. Place our last half double crochet. And now we're gonna do the borders. Mine's a little crooked because I just had to add that extra stitch in. But then we're just gonna go around with single crochet. So when you get to this end, you're going to chain 1 and then go into this stitch here with 1 single crochet and just kind of put them in this edging here. And then when you get to this corner here, so the beginning of the chain, you're gonna place 3 single crochets, and that will just turn us. Going along this bottom here, that's our chain where we put our first double crochets in, so I'm just also putting this stitch in there. Getting back to our last chain, we'll place 3 single crochets in here for the corner. And then just single crochets up this side. And this is our first half double crochet there. So our corner, we'll place 3 again. And now just through the top of these half double crochets, we'll do our single crochets, and we're almost back at the beginning here. Okay, so this is where we have our first single crochet into our double crochet here. So we're just going to add 2 more to make 3. And we're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet that we did. And we're going to leave a bit of a tail to sew in here. So I'm going to cut off there, pull my yarn through, and now we're just gonna tuck this in. So it kind of covers that stitch up, and we're gonna go through, follow this one around, and then we're going to go into this slip stitch, the top of it, and just poke through, and that makes it look like it is a single crochet and lines up so you can't really see where it ended. And then we'll just put our string through a couple different ways, just weave it in, make sure it's secure. And then once you have it tucked in all good, you snip the rest of your ends off. This should be what it looks like at the end, something similar to this. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy making this scarf. I'd love to see what color combinations you all used, so feel free to tag me. I'm Taylor's Crochet Co. on Instagram and TikTok, and Crochet with Tay on YouTube. Don't forget to hit like if you liked this video and subscribe for more tutorials.